I wonder why most of the students don't reach to their truest potential. I wonder why many of the working people, they fail to excel and they make mistakes, they get delayed, and then they get stressed out. They don't grow. I wonder the non-working people, why they get bored. The elderly and the retired people, they have a tendency to slip into the past. And I wonder why the sick and the ailing, they get stuck into the anxieties of the future. I think the root cause for all these issues is that they are not able to keep their minds in the present moment. The situation starts improving as soon as they have found a solution to tame their minds, to keep their mind under their control. This morning, I'm going to present to you one such beautiful solution. It is in the form of an art form. The art form which can be learned very easily by anybody and harness all the benefits. Sounds incredible? Yep. Let's unfold the beauty and the magic of this art. This art is called Zentangle. Barely 15, 17 years old, and it has already captured the imagination of the world. Reason? Its simplicity. All it requires is a simple square piece of paper, a pen, and sometimes a pencil. If you can hold your pen firmly in your hand, and you can make some simple marks on the paper, simple like a straight line, a curved line, a circle, a dot, and you're in. The process of Zentangle will deliver you all the benefits. But additionally, what it will do for you is, it will help you to discover a hidden artist within you. And this will happen even without your being good at art. I was not good at art myself. In fact, my teacher had written me off by slapping a life sentence on me, saying, "You just can't draw." For 50 years, I served that sentence. It was Zentangle which gave me the freedom from this sentence, and I have not looked back ever after. Just look at some of the work that we have created recently. This and 36 other works created by us and our students, they are donning the walls of Intel in Bangalore. And every day, their employees are drawing inspiration. Aren't they beautiful? The next one is my tribute to the masters in art field. This is for M.F. Hussain. And the other one we recently created for fundraising in USA for a cause of cancer. When you look at these and many other Zentangle works, you will find that no two lines are perfect. Imperfection anybody can learn. And that's how one can definitely pick up this art. So what exactly is Zentangle? I had asked this question to myself 7 years ago when my wife had shown me this on her computer screen. I first thought it just looks like doodle, and I didn't bother about it. All of us know doodling. Recall your notebooks in the school days, the last pages, the blue color. Even today when I'm on telephone, my hand goes for a pencil or a pen, and on a piece of paper, I just start scribbling. So I just didn't bother about it. But then, in 2-3 weeks' time, I saw a huge difference happening in my wife's behavior. Her irritations, her botherations had gone, and then I had to give it a second look. I discovered that it was not called doodling. It was called Zentangle, a new term for me. And then the magic was not actually in the drawings per se, but the magic was really in the process and the method which was described by the creators. The creators, Rick Roberts and Maria Thomas in USA. So one thing led to another, and I got into I could become a certified teacher in 2012. And then I had the honor of bringing this lovely art form to the city of Bangalore and the rest of the cities in India for the first time. And then I realized that every time I made those drawings, I am really focused. I'm really in control of myself. And that takes me to the thought that it can really produce an instant results. I want to tell you a beautiful story. Very recently it happened in USA. Just a year ago we were in USA and we had the honor of teaching this art to a rehab center. Now the rehab center was having all the inmates tensed up. They were in constant anxiety. A lot of them had the sleep problems, body pain, because they were all drug addicts and the alcoholics, and they were undergoing the recovery process. It was not a very easy group to handle, and we were told that, look, these guys could walk away, they could insult you, they could disrupt the class, they may not even return. I and my wife had to take a call, both of us being the certified teachers. We didn't want to lose this great opportunity. We said we'll look at it. So keeping our fingers crossed, we took the session, and to our great relief, nothing of that sort happened. In fact, they all sat through, they went through the whole process, and they created their life's very first piece of art. They were so overjoyed. You can see some of them. But the real beauty lay in their feedback. 41 out of 42. They all said that they were very happy, peaceful, and relaxed. Even the doctors, the nurses, and the staff, they were looking in amaze. They were amazed. Because none of their other sessions, therapy sessions, were going so smoothly. 2.5 hours, and these guys are overjoyed. In fact, one of the guys told us, he says, "You have tamed our minds, the beast within us. This process has to be powerful." The process is very simple. You have to have the piece of paper, pen and pencil, as I said, and then follow some instructions created by the creators, Rick Roberts and Maria. You learn under a certified Zentangle teacher. Build up a great library of these patterns in your mind, and then follow these 3 very powerful but very simple instructions. 1, there will be no pre-planning in Zentangle on whatever gets created. So it has to be impromptu. 2, there will be no post-judgment, no fault finding, just the appreciation. And 3, there are no mistakes in Zentangle. Wow. And that makes everybody to learn this. Are these rules very easy to follow? Well, why don't we try it out right away? I think we have given you in your kit, there is a unfinished Zentangle art. Would you like to pull it out? And you have a pen, and all you have to do is, your piece is one of these 12, all right? So all you have to do is that the blank space which is left in the piece, you are going to fill it up. And you'll follow these instructions very carefully. All you will do is fill up this space with circles of different sizes, small and big, at random, without any planning. Only make sure that the circles do not cross each other, they just touch each other. You can see some examples here. And when I say stop, you will stop. In the meanwhile, use your speed at half the rate. Go ahead. Okay, you may stop now. You'll find that your piece is something similar to what you see on the screen. And the absolute silence which prevailed over suggests to me that you were all very focused. So tell me, did you get engrossed into the task? Yeah. All your senses were focused. Your mind was not wandering. In fact, it was totally under your control. You were experiencing a state of meditation. Now imagine if you extend this process for about 20 minutes. At the end, you'll have a beautiful piece of art anyway. But doing this on a regular basis, you will start seeing the benefits of meditation. You'll start seeing that you can achieve whatever you wanted to achieve. In fact, I have seen this process working so beautifully well with people. I have seen in the past few years of my experience the very elderly widows getting solace in their loneliness. Lots of old people, lots of cancer patients, cancer survivors, even people have mental disorders. They all have found solace, they all have found a way of managing or coping up with their fears of the unknown. I have found a lot of people, working people, managing their stresses using Zentangle. I have found the students getting back their confidence, getting back their focus, their attention span expands. But the most cherishable moment that came to our way was that when we had some trafficking rescued young girls. Now they were so depressed that the psychologists working with them were not able to strike a conversation. So they invited us, and believe me, in about 90 minutes of session, the life returned to those girls. And the psychologists were able to talk to them meaningfully. They were so overjoyed. How did it happen? To my mind, when these so-called meaningless strokes and patterns, when they descend on the piece of paper without any pre-planning, they form a beautiful abstract piece of art. Automatically the mind shakes off all the thoughts and new triggers don't take place. In other words, you become thoughtless. Your mind is in the present moment, here and now, and it is available to you to direct it consciously to whatever task you want it to do. You have learned to tame your mind. Thank you.